Hey guys, welcome back to Alleviated Soul. Today we are going to discuss on how does a classy woman behave. We all know a classy woman behaves in a certain way which you will not find other women doing. So let's get when a considerable group of people surrounds us, whether we know them or not, men and women have to behave accordingly to the event to give a good impression. By good impression, I don't mean to be fake and put on an act. It's not about lying about who you are, but about showing the best version of yourself. Even if we are comfortable with some of the people we are surrounded by, we must act respectfully and elegantly. How do classy women act? Manners say a lot about a woman, not only because it shows how she can handle particular situations with classiness and courtesy, but because it demonstrates your respect and appreciation for others. You can't treat your superior the same way you treat your brother. There may be boundaries in both cases, but that's still a line you shouldn't cross. An impolite mouthed lady at a public event can be a center for criticism and mockery. They are going to blather and make fun of you. Our goal's not to get home and think how much we have embarrassed ourselves that day. But somehow, feeling embarrassed is a sign that you know what you did wrong. Now, feeling nothing at all when you didn't behave correctly is alarming. Let all the awkward moments come from everyone but you, and if they do come from you, make sure to handle them with grace and confidence to not feel bad for it later. Feel the commitment of giving an excellent impression, not to be accepted by others, but to feel glamorous and comfortable with yourself. Transmitting a well mannered behavior and showing the delicacy and luxury of your performance can really increase your confidence levels. Here are the 5 behaviors classy women avoid at all cost. These are very basic manner tips. I'm sure you know the majority of them, but if you don't, you have to better worry, since they have been taught to us our entire childhood and they are crucial to a well educated behavior, but it never hurts to remember. 1. Talking too loud. Sometimes you get carried away by the excitement and the emotion, and you don't realize that you are in fact screaming. However, you need to try to take control of your voice no matter how exciting the situation can be, or at least you need to realize it on time to correct it. Talking too loud could be seen as an ordinary cheap behavior. It takes away the elegance of a person. What's the point of dressing beautifully if what's going to come out of your mouth is horrendous? Raising your voice can show your lack of self control. You can be heard and can be funny without a higher voice tone. We need to control our voice, especially when something is bothering us or really interests us. A regular voice tone that you can hear bright and clear, not too loud and not too quiet or soft, shows how well you can handle your emotions and how high your values and principles are. 2. Being nosy. This one is essential. Elegant ladies don't need to know what other people do with their lives. They simply don't care about other people's drama. Wanting to hear the gossip of every woman not only shows a lack of self interest but a certain high level of envy. People's problems, secrets, and crises are none of your concern. If they share some of their lives with you, just don't dig more into it because it can look impolite. Sophisticated ladies can offer advice, help if asked, and listen if needed, but they sure don't waste their time trying to know every secret and scandal of others. If you work on yourself and your goals, you won't have time for other people's gossip. Focus on yourself and on the good part of what people tell you. Don't look for something that won't give you positive vibes. To gossip about other people is dreadful entertainment. That is why classy ladies stay away from it. 3. Constantly interrupting the conversation. Although this is more of a sign of maturity, it is also important when it comes to elegance. We all have things to say. Don't worry, you will be heard. Elegant ladies listen and wait to talk. They don't need to interrupt what someone is saying just because she wants to add or say her point of view. It is disrespectful. If you are urged to interrupt for major and vital reasons, you should at least say, "Excuse me." It goes the same with talking when the other person is. If one person interrupts you and you keep talking over what they are saying, it will end in a non understandable conversation. You can call that person's attention and let them know who was talking, or simply quiet down, give it a look, and keep quiet until that person finishes. It will show your education levels and your high tolerance for the unexpected. The elegance of valuing what others have to say and listening to it with the consideration, it's not only a sign of sophistication but of kindness. It says a lot about a person who can hear more than their own thoughts and perspectives. 4. Being too open about themselves. Sharing too much information about yourself, it's not only a risky move but also not a well seen thing to do. A classy woman is smart enough to share only the necessary things. Transparency is a very dangerous weapon that can be used against you when you least expect it. It's not about trust issues, it's a privacy matter. It would be best if you kept some things to yourself because you are the only one who can really do something about it. Going over sharing your life can be badly perceived by others. Your life drama and family life cannot be told to everyone you know. Elegant ladies know who to trust and what exactly to share with others. The calculation is the best way of reservation. Being reserved is not rude. It's a way of self-protection. In a competitive world, few people will really listen to what you are saying. Some will envy you and want to upgrade you, and most won't really care. So be careful and don't be too open about who you are and what you do. 5. Not getting to the point or redundancy. Not getting to the point can be taken as a way of impoliteness and a boring way of chatting. A classy woman is direct. She says what has to be said. She doesn't divide the message into 5 different stories that took place in 6 different periods of time. Summarize what you need to say in your head. Tell the important deal and remove the clutter. No one cares about the clutter unless it is funny or interesting, which believe me 99% of the time it is not. Say what must be told and everything will move on its own. They also don't try to show their point of view by repeating it several times during the conversation. Saying the same thing differently over and over again can be exhausting and bother others. Redundancy ends in a boring single person conversation, resulting in a loss of interest. Get to the point. Don't repeat what you have already said. Be clear and don't doubt that what you said is important and has meaning to other people. Be confident that what you are saying and sharing is useful and relevant not to others but to yourself. Be comfortable and stand up for what you believe. That's an elegant trait no one can take away from you. Physical confidence is not the same as mental confidence. So be aware of your intellectual capacity, tap your own back and cut the clutter. So, even though they are very common and known tips on education and manners, most people tend to forget them and not give them the importance and attention they deserve. If you can't follow simple etiquette rules, it will be really hard to get to achieve elegance and luxurious behavior. I hope this helps you recall or give yourself a tap on the back for not doing any of this. Remember, it all depends on the situation, but we have to build good habits in our everyday lives so that they can work on special occasions too. If you are in a comfortable and friendly situation, doesn't mean you have to extremely behave and not be yourself. However, if you do realize you, in fact, tend to do anything of the above, you should work on that. Remember, being elegant and mannered doesn't mean being boring. It's not the same screaming at the top of the lungs at a concert as shouting out words at a dinner with your in-laws. I hope you like the video and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Until then, bye, take care.